the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Syracuse Orange, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Penn State's offense will go to work first. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all the quotes, all the people talking about, all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited. And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good, and then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this group, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on third down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our part.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. So Syracuse's offense has its first opportunity of the day. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instinct. He's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. Two NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. He's brought down the one, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. They'll go to the ground, and the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Back to pass on second down. Dumps it to the back. It's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Grabbed in the middle, it's Spencer. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. That is no good. Guys, after the miss, no change in the score. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field, keeping it on the ground with the running back. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The Nittany Lions with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Syracuse. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Thomas. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to Pollock off on a stage like this?
Our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. It's been frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. And as he throws. Finds a man in the middle. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Zips it out to his man. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. Wants to throw again. He's got it down the middle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
Man, this guy's closing in quickly on 100 yards receiving. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. We knew he was going to be a big part of the game plan and the strategy, but every time they've looked his way, he's been making a big play. And that's something the defense, they have to be aware of moving forward.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Quick strike complete. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Spencer. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And the field goal unit is on the field. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. The Nittany Lions in a good spot here with second and short. Grabbed near the marker. It's Thomas. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Sets up the screen. On his feet at the 40. Open space at the 25. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. The Nittany Lions are rolling down the field. Running back searching for a hole. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. Second and 10, really hard. Third and...
Touchdown, Penn State! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when they're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Second down, they'll go to the air. Working that left side now. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Syracuse right back at him. On 30 short, the run and looking for the first down. At the 45 on his way. Flying out to the left. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Orange. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Finds his big tight end. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. They're going to run it. Got a little space. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
The short hands. It's Hawkins. And he's brought down after a nice gain. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Going to the running game. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it on the outside. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
Going for 6. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Going to swing it on second down. Trying to barrel in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. They'll come to the line just 1 yard shy of the goal line on third down. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got to play.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
What a play by the quarterback. What an effort. It looked like he was in a lot of trouble. Fourth down, nobody open. The pass rush is getting to him, but phenomenal athleticism. I mean, you just can't coach that, right? He's able to get to the outside and run that in for a touchdown.
Bringing it out. And he processes the ball deep in his own end. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Penn State.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Out of the end zone. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Makes the grab. On that sideline for the huge gain. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in third and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sideline.
They'll try the run. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with third and 6. Syracuse right back at it. On third down, he drops to throw. Wide open downfield. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's loose. The ball's loose. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. At the 40, there he goes. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. It was the better play there by the defense.
On the ground, it's Hawkins. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. They run into a bit of trouble here, 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. On the run, fires downfield. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And this one is perfect. The lead now up to 7 at 24-17. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone, and you're stopped at the 8. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Looking to throw on first down. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. And off from the shotgun. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments, wide out level noise. And that one's incomplete. They were just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. And now this offense will take the field again. Going right to work up top. Lost one deep down the right side. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Looking for a gap. It's Hawkins.
You know, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play, getting a tackle for loss.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
And the Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. With jet sweep pass. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. To the air on 2nd down. He's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Quarterback on the keeper. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Syracuse right back at it. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Breaks into the open. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Punt is in the air on 4th down. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. With the catch, it's Snow. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. New set of downs after the completion.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. From the 22 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. The Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They're working that left side. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Nittany Lions will line it up on 1st and 10. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. He makes a grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Penn State! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, we've got a winner in the battle of the Willamette Valley between Oregon and Oregon State. Oregon delivered maybe its most thorough thumping in years in a game that featured a ton of big plays, not unlike the way LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, and Jonathan Stewart used to do it.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive.
Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Snags it over the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. From the gun on 3rd down. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. Syracuse right back at it. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Adkins. Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Lost the defense. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. From the 30-yard line on 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. This time he's got it. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. From the red zone, looking for a man. Good timing on the quick out. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. It's incomplete, but I don't think it's going to matter. There's a flag at the line of scrimmage, and it looks as if the defense is offside.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping up.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Right down the boulevard.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
They make the stop on the return, and that is priority one. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. 2 workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Nittany Lions will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he's going to bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They'll try to get the first through the air. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Right down the gut of the field. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. They'll leave it with him. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Touchdown, Cuse. A great catch and run for 6. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. With this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions. They'll try to find a little breathing. On this drive.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
That's caught. It's Hawkins. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
Complete to the left. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
The give to the lone running back. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The Nittany Lions kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. With the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Got it in the middle with Spencer. And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. It's a pretty good day.
Syracuse right back at it.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Every journey begins with a step. This offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass. Syracuse will send out the punt team. Hauled it in, looking for space. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll give it to the back. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Handoff to the single running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49. And the Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They flexed out that tight end. Fires one high and deep. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Oh, he just misses on the big downfield shot. And I think some people think that's a difficult throw to make, but I'll tell you what, a lot of times you put a little air underneath it and you just trust your guy more than you trust the DB, but it's hard to do when you overshoot your wide receiver.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Nittany Lions have their offense in high gear. Power football with the run. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. The Nittany Lions have pushed it inside the 20. He'll try the left side. Got enough space. Touchdown, Penn State! And the punishment has been extended. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Georgia State looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Panthers. Offense, defense, and special teams doing its part. Impressive, to say the least. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on first down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on second down, and now put him in a 3rd and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
Snagged in the middle. It's Spencer. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Syracuse will be forced to punt. He'll try to really get into this one. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. All wideouts, no backs. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Fires downfield. Working on the right. Turning it on. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Takes the easy one to the back. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field, making the nice tackle.
Second down, he'll throw it. Caught behind the line. It's Spencer. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Going to have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. The Orange trying to come up with an explosive play to convert this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the third quarter comes to a close. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. To the air on first down. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Got a man, it's Adkins. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up fourth down. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Converts on fourth down, still going. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Tight end now in motion. Off play action on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Got the completion on the last play, still some work to do on second down. Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. Here we go. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. Deep shot for the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. His drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. He wants to throw it again. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
Music no! Music no!
They'll try to get it in with the run. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter,
he'll take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A fourth quarter field goal down by this much. That's a lot. Throws toward the end zone. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down. Offense working from the pistol. Leaves it with the running back. Got enough for the first. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's stands.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
holding on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. The Nittany Lions can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Firing to the right, complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. They'll try to get it through the air. That third down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on 3rd and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. And now decided to go for it, setting up a 4th down.
Makes the grab. He's got a first down. Touchdown, Penn State! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long and who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
On first down from their own 22. Give to the running back. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Fires the pass. Intercepted. He's loose down the left side. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in Week 3.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
First play of the drive, wants to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
And man, how many times are we going to call his name today? He has been so much fun to watch. Got a couple of sacks, add another tackle for a loss here. He has been all over the field, and he has made some serious plays for this defense.
What a great job by the defense, forcing a 3 and out. Beautiful job in coverage there. This is going to set up a punt and get them the football back in great field position.
He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. At midfield, trying to turn it upfield. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They have it once again in spectacular field position, cashed in the last time and even better this time around. Cuse sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this.
Oh, he's got some space. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment. Now it's 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Tries again to get it in. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. Started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the 4th quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. Got it looking for a 1st. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the 1st down. Syracuse ready to go to work with another 1st down. It's a draw. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Well, you have to find a way to create some hesitation on defense when you're selling the draw play. They just didn't do it well enough there.
Yeah, it's got to be the offensive line and the quarterback and the running back. They all have to work together to show pass set up front, act like it's a throw for the quarterback, not rush it. The defense clearly not fooled, got in the backfield, got the tackle for a loss.
Syracuse needs to come up with a big 3rd down play to keep the drive going. Here comes the heat. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Dances away to buy time. All alone, he's got it. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now